Okay, hey everybody, welcome to this evening stream. This evening we're going to be doing some more game development. So we're going to be here in Crayta, we're going to be live, we're going to be doing a Gridiron remix. So a little bit stuck for ideas this week, and I know I threw a few out into Discord about doing like tutorials and stuff. So do let us know in the chat if you'd like to see more like kind of tutorial based stuff on a Tuesday. Obviously we've got Andy's tutorials and workshops, but maybe the streams we could do some really focused stuff on, like deep dives into specific things, or like the old masterclasses we used to do. We could maybe revisit some of those. So yeah, let us know in the chat if you have any ideas for the sort of content you'd like to see on a Tuesday. But what I figured would be really useful to do tonight actually would be to have a look at our latest event in Crayta, which is Gridiron, which is our sort of American football themed game, which is alongside the Super Bowl and everything that's been happening over in the US. And obviously part of this is a remixable game as well. So what we want to do is allow players to look into some of the logic that we've done, and obviously you can remix it into whatever you like. You can take stuff from the game, you can package it up, do whatever you please with it, and hopefully there's a lot of learning to be done from the way that we've put that game together. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to jump in. I figured what I'll do first is, if people don't know what Gridiron is, I'm going to just play it for a few minutes. We'll go check it out. You might notice in a moment I've got probably, I think, maybe the best outfit that's available in Crayta at the minute. I think I'm wearing it right here. So got a pretty cool super fan outfit with the big foam finger, and the sword is part of the hub event. But yeah, the Crayta hoodie, cap. I never really realised how much I wanted to be sat or stood wearing a comfy looking hoodie and cap in Crayta until I actually had one. So yeah, certainly my favorite thing. While I'm in the hub, let me just point out quickly, we've got another new element to the game. So you may have noticed in the last week or so, we've been doing a lot more sort of announcements in game. We've been aiming to try and get more through the news, so things like the game jam, things like the Spark winners. So that's all there in the hub. Please check out on the news. Over here we have the awards hub. Okay, so let me just jump into here first. So we'll go play this. So if you're interested in any of the winning games and you hadn't actually played them yet, then what the award hub will give you is a way to quickly jump in and check out any of those games. So this will be for the most recent game jam and the most recent Spark awards. So you can kind of access both areas from the same place. You'll probably recognize how it looks. It's sort of very much based on our kind of classic hub design. So as you load in, you'll see we are in the Spark winners area. So we have kind of our gold games in front on the nice big cards. We've got our silver games side and our bronze games over there, and we've also got a shout out to some of the packages that you can look at. So this will evolve over time. We'll kind of have feedback, we'll have ideas, but we'll kind of adjust this. So if you have played the awards hub, and again if you have any feedback, then feel free to shout it out in chat. This will be something that we look to evolve over time. If it sticks around, if it's popular enough, people like this, then we'll certainly look to do more with it. As I say, we also have the game jam winners, so just a little connecting bridge between the two spaces. We've got our game jam winners. We have our honourable mentions up on the left, first, second, third, and then our individual awards over here. So if you are interested in playing any of these, just the same way I got to this game, simply run up to the portal and hit the interact button. So this is a nice quick way to check out all the award-winning games. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit the Gridiron game next. So this is the event that we put out. Nearly 400 plays already. That's pretty good. So it's a American football themed hangout space. There's a few activities that you can check out. So we've essentially got a few like leaderboard based things. So if you're competitive and you like competing on leaderboards, then I'd highly recommend checking Gridiron out, getting over to Discord and shouting out if and when you manage to get to the sort of top 5 on any of the leaderboards. It's been pretty intense. I know a lot of people have been really taking the sprint quite seriously. We've yet to see a sub 6 seconds time. I'm not sure how possible that is. I think I struggle to hit anything less than 7 seconds. Okay, so we start here in the diner, and as always, you've got the usual stuff. You've got interaction with the jukebox that you can expect in our social spaces. So this is kind of various records you can play. There's some pretty fun little secret things to find. For example, interacting with the barbecues to adjust the heat. Okay, does it sort of slightly intense. You can turn the cars on, so you can get the exhaust kick out and engine noises. So there's a lot of fun little kind of things to find around here. It's a space to basically hang out with friends. Perhaps you're watching the game. You know, you're watching the American football. You're watching anything. You're just hanging out. We've got our various leaderboards. So what's that? There, stroke at the top with a 6.3. That's pretty good. We have prizes. So this outfit you can get by. This outfit's in the store. The one I'm wearing, Superfan, is in the store. There's a quarterback outfit, which is the full American football headgear, which you get for joining a team, which happens when you enter this. Then we've also got our new touchdown, which again, probably my favourite emote to play. Actually, it's a really satisfying one to mess around with. Okay, so let's have a quick play of. Let's have a quick sprint. Let's see how quickly I can do this. Wrong one. I always panic halfway through. Okay, nearly 10 seconds, but I'll take that. Okay, so while you're playing this, if there's anything you think that you like, you know, down to the leaderboard, the team selection logic, the way the games work, anything like that, you know, this, as I say, this is remixable. We are going to jump in and start playing with a remix of this shortly. So yeah, you know, this is worth checking out, and if there's anything you'd like to kind of pull away, then remixing is the way to go. And then, as always, you can link back to the main hub from here as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into create a remix of a game. Okay, and then if we scroll down, I think it's going to be sat down here somewhere. I probably could search. Gridiron. Okay, there we go. Great remix. So I'm going to call this. So I did have kind of a couple of thoughts about what I wanted to do here, but I put it out on Discord earlier, and Dry Coast actually came up with a really, really good idea, I think, of having essentially what I think most people would understand is called hot potato. Okay, so, or pasta bomb, or that sort of concept of the game. So there's an American football hidden in Gridiron, which I think most people have found at this point. But if you find that, you can actually throw that between each other. So the logic's all there for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of take that and build a game around it, where essentially if you are holding the bomb or the ball at a certain time interval, then you're killed. And then it kind of continues, and it's sort of like a last player standing. There'll be a few things to tweak around, and we need to get like a game loop in and stuff, because essentially what we have is a hangout space with no game, so we need to add kind of a game mechanic to it. But again, you know, that's kind of the joy of remixing, is you can take something and completely flip it on its head. So I think we'll call it hot potato. Hot potato. Yeah, I think that's a pretty descriptive word for it. But we'll probably need a custom thumbnail, so let's just go that one for now. Okay, and then that's that. And what I'm hoping for is by the end of this stream to perhaps have something we can publish and kind of have a little check out, and maybe even make this remixable, so we can, you know, someone could take my hot potato game and remix it. So if anyone watching does have any ideas for what you'd like to see in this game, then obviously feel free to throw them in chat. I'll add what I can. You know, we can discuss mechanics. If you want to see how something's done, I can try and perhaps incorporate that and explain at the same time to give a sort of a tutorialized, you know, approach to building this. Okay, so it looks very similar to what we were just in, but actually what we have now is our entire own independent version of the game in the editor, which is pretty cool. So we can start to do a lot of stripping things out, and there's a lot of different ways you can approach remixing a game. It could just be a case of revamping the environment, changing the world settings. I think if you're going to do what I'm going to do, which is quite logic based, it's probably a good job to kind of work your way through the world tree a bit and remove anything that's going to be excess. Check out the user template, the player template. Just get rid of things you aren't going to need. So by simplifying the game slightly, you're going to end up with a better starting point to work from. So, for example, I want to use the pitch as like an area. I might build some like obstacles to it, otherwise it's just a bit free for all. But I don't really want all of the events on here because it's sort of gonna have people then taking part in events and it gets messy. So there's a lot to clean up in that sense. So mini games control is a good place to start. I always find what's good is to select something in the world tree and before you just delete it, if you just move it up, you get a real sense of what that actually entails. So straight away I've got my pitch back, that's good. Okay, so what have I got? I've got a ton of locators, triggers, things, my scoreboards, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't want any of this. So if I hit delete, that's pretty good. Nothing broke in the word tree. So obviously when you do start hacking things out of a game, there's a good chance there's going to be links get broken. You know, it's always worth checking the template tab. So you can see here, I've got some templates that are breaking here. So for example, user is referencing things that were in the world there. What I probably want to do then is just go ahead and delete those folders because they aren't needed. Runner event. So okay, yeah, that's fine because that's the template that came in. Okay, so that's a big chunk of logic gone. I'll probably keep all this stuff in. I think it's fairly harmless to have it. You know, it's just things to interact with. We could maybe even add our own. We could start to mix things up. Okay, what else have we got here? A link to the hub. Yeah, we could have a link to the hub. Okay, outside trigger. Enter game card. Not sure what that's doing, but we'll leave it there for now. Want to keep the jukebox in? Yeah, I feel like there's little things like that that can stay. I don't see how that's going to affect the gameplay too much. Awesome. Okay, right. So, oh, and there's the big game area trigger. Okay, don't need that. Let's see if that's broken on the player. Okay, so what do I want to do next? I probably want to think about actually getting a game cycle in and working because we don't have a game controller. So obviously, a lot of the games you have give you like a game controller and a game script by default. This one doesn't because it's not, you know, a traditional game. Someone must have come through and organized this tree. Yeah, so this was Adam made this with, you know, kind of between me and Adam and a few artists we put this together. But yeah, Adam had kind of overriding kind of control of it. So you can expect anything Adam makes is going to have a nice, neat, relatively neat world tree. It's all going to be named properly and check the voxel meshes. Not too bad. A lot of Dynafloor extracts, but it's, yeah, pretty clean. Right, so yeah, game controller. So actually we do have the game package in here. So I think that's probably the best place to start. Kind of makes sense to build this off the, you know, the foundations a lot of games use. There's my game, and I've got my game script. Yes, let's pull this up. Okay. Okay, so what I'll also need, I think what that package probably came with is a bunch of user things as well. Yeah. Got some stuff to set up on the user and probably also more things to get rid of. So dash logic, dodge logic. I think that was a game that didn't actually make the final cut. So some excess logic there. Mini game logic can go. Full display. Let's leave that. Prompts fine. We want prompts. Screen fade. That might come in handy. Player list. Okay, yeah, plays in the game. Although we are probably going to end up with a scoreboard. Well, leave that there for now. Okay, so my game. So this is where we get all the things like the kind of the herd, score, spectate, team. Oh, we don't have a scoreboard. That's a separate thing. So okay, that's fine. I don't think we really need it. Like the last player standing is the point. So in theory, the game and the user game folders should automatically communicate with each other. Probably if I just hit play, let's just see how far we've got. So, okay, so I need the spawn logic player as well. Okay, but you can see, straight away I've managed to get a lobby that would start 10-second timer. I'm now in a kind of a time loop. So I'm in my round system now, so that's pretty good. Like, spawn user, is it? What's the package called? Is it auto respawn? Okay, spawn sound, spawn unlock. So what we might run into now is if we've got a couple of places handling. Yeah, so I haven't spawned straight away because nothing's telling me to spawn. Okay, we can fix that. What I might do is have the diner as like the lobby area actually. So have it so you can't maybe come in and out the diner. If I sort of lock you in the diner for the lobby and then out on the pitch area around the pitch for, yeah, let's do that. They're essentially locked doors at this point. There. Do we get a spot? Yeah. Okay, a couple of lobby starts. I'm not going to have teams, so that's set on the game controller. So we want to set not have teams. Probably going to add a new script. This is why. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff missing from here for sport. Okay, so going to have another script on here which will handle the sort of killing of players holding the ball, and we'll get to that in a minute. Bit of music on in the background. Okay, so hopefully, I think in here, go ahead reset. Okay, so none of the spawn logic's hit. So let's put that. It's on lobby start. Okay, so we need user spawn. spawn params, and I think that params, if I understand it correctly, will basically determine whether or not we're spawning in a lobby place or if we're spawning in a ground place. Let's do the same again. Okay, let's see what happens. Nice. Don't spawn. Okay. Let's follow this through. You may have guessed I haven't planned any of this, so this is all sort of off the cuff and making up as I go along. Spawn, so maybe that wasn't the right thing, so let's try what I could always do is just quickly jump out, fire up another game. Okay, no, that spawned me that time, that's good. What I'm hoping is it will spawn me outside start of the round. Hey, cool, okay, that works. Okay, so I just got the wrong function. Then, okay, so we've got a lobby, we've got a pitch, we've got a timer. Players, what I could do is just the players list to show you when people have died. That'd be quite straightforward. Okay, so the hidden ball I'm talking about is, I'm going to have to show you really to work on it, but there's a hidden ball up here. I'll check still works. Nice. Okay, so this is going to be the ball that we're going to throw as our hot potato. A fun thing. I think if the ball's going fast enough, if there's enough velocity on the ball, when you catch it, you get a fun like explosion effect on you. I'm just going to let the round end. I'm curious to see what happens at the end of the round. Okay, results. I'm expecting it to not despawn me. Good, because at this point I would be the last player standing, so it's fun to get a chance to voting. Straight into a new round. Okay, cool. That'd be good. If I always do lobby, it should then take me back to lobby. Okay. Progress. So let's get some logic in place for, I guess, for the actual kind of time to kill on the ball. Take these out. Okay, so on the game controller, let's add a new script. Hot potato game script. I feel like there's a few ways I could approach this. And the way I'm thinking is, obviously, like let's say every 10 seconds, if you're holding the ball, you die until there's no players left. Or I could essentially pick up how many players are in the game. But that wouldn't. I was thinking I could have, if there's 6 players in the game, I would then force the round to be 60 seconds. So by the 0, there's only 1 player left. But if people join mid-round, that's going to throw that logic off. So I probably do need to pick up, probably not have a timer in the game actually. So max playtime. Set the max playtime to 0 in the game script. What you're essentially telling the game is don't do a timer and I will tell you when the game is going to end. So that's what we're going to have to do. So we'll do like a 10-second pause. Who's got the ball? Kill them. How many players are left? If there's one, end it. Otherwise, do it again and again and again and keep going until there's only one player left. So if players join mid-round, that's fine. If players leave mid-round, it kind of catches it. I guess if there's only one player left and they leave in that time, that'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so let's say, what's the word for this? Like bomb timer. Frequency in seconds. So time. Data explosions. That's a sure. 10 seconds. Hot potato game script. Okay. Start game. End game. They're probably the two things we need. Okay. Game schedule. So this is going to be our sort of loop that's constantly moving. Okay, so while true. So we want this to just keep running essentially. There's no end to this until we cancel the schedule in end game. So we're just going to keep doing this loop. And what we will do is we'll wait frequency, find out as all. Okay, so we know only one player can have ball. I think does spawn in. Yeah, we do have a held ball. I think there is a template. Check that template out quick. Oh boy, talk. That's it. All phone. Oh, there is a ball. All the way out. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So this is the one. So there's two templates. You have this template to hold. When you throw it, we spawn a thrown one. So I just need to check if the user has this. Something just took down Discord. Uh-oh. As in, like, our Discord? Discord? Or Discord in general? Either way, that's not pretty good. Okay, yeah, so thinking about it, I've got a feeling we added something between Adam and I. Maybe it's on the player. Basically say, do you have the ball toy? Held up. So if held ball is not that person has the ball, in theory only one person can. No, Discord in general. Okay, that's fine. If it's not just us, then I don't have to panic too much. So, oh, that's no good. Hopefully Discord is not down for too long. I wonder if it's going to be more like sometimes, when these big services go down, it's like a wider thing, but it turns out there's big server farms somewhere that have crashed and eBay's down and PayPal's down. Everything's breaking. Hey, Soken, how's it going? Right, so we want to go through all the players in the world. So to do that, let's users. So get world, for each user. Let's get their player. Okay, and if player valid, so if they've got a valid player and player is alive. Okay, so I've got a player. Then we want to check held find script property. Ball, is that what we called it? Held ball. If held not nil, then this player has the ball. As well. Okay, so then we want to tell the game to kill this. In fact, it will, rather than doing it this way. Problem with for each user is you'll basically like fire and forget on that. But I kind of need to pause in this function until I move on. So I need to not do it like this. I need to in a way that I can loop through the control. Which means getting all the users first and then just okay. Does that make sense? So basically all I'm doing there differently is just the way in which I'm looping through the users is just like one at a time rather than saying do this on all the users and don't care about what happened. I'm going to rename this to hot potato. Player hot potato logic. I'm just trying to think of a way basically make this make sense if this game becomes remixable. Place all those. Okay, because we also then in here want to control things like the player dying, things like that. On explode. Okay, so that's going to be our function for exploding this player. Then we can break. We don't really want to stay in this for loop as long as we found the person. Now check. 5. So we'll do another for loop, and we can use the same loop again for a different. Okay, so if we've got a player and they're alive, then 5 count. 5 count 1. And at this point, if a live count is less than or equal to 1, then we want to end the game. Otherwise, at that point, we'd come back around, do another loop. First thing we want to do when we end the game, let me just make this a bit bigger. First thing we want to do when we end the game is, I guess, stop that previous loop. That is actually running. Okay, so we end the game loop and oh wait, end game. I think that's what it's called on the game script as well. End play. Because end play basically forces the game to go into its sort of logic. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm going to start the game, and on explode for now we'll just say self get set alive is false, and we can go into some fun, you know, explode ragdoll stuff at some point. So now we just need to call the relevant things in here. So on round start, we want to call our hot potato start game. And that should do it, because we start the game and then this will determine when we end, so on and so forth. So let's, well, for now we'll move this ball spawn down here. Okay, so after the lobby I should spawn in the pitch, pick up the ball, and then after 10 seconds of the game, if I'm holding the ball, I'll... Maybe. Oh, I got an error. Bad argument 1. Okay. Another thing I'm going to need to take into account with this game is if no one's holding the ball, it shouldn't just sit there. It should sort of magnetize to the nearest person, maybe. That might be one way to do it. Or have it just randomly appear on someone without getting rid of it. That's why. Does. Okay, let's try again. Oh, I spawned out here. Hey, it should just ragdoll. Slightly different here, so sort of the same principle. Probably a bit more reliable to have it on a flag, so hey, there we go. Okay. So that's what would happen essentially at the end of the game if there was another player in here. So I guess I can get a second player in, test this. The good thing is the logic's already on that ball, so it should always just reset anytime it gets destroyed, anytime it this. Oh, that's no good. Being here for the game. Oh, that's just underneath. that. Okay, so the ball's always going to just appear. That's in that on what I need. So yeah, I need it if the ball waits for 5 seconds. Okay, then spawns it. Okay, that's what we're going to be drawing the lobby. Regularly check if the ball still exists, if not spawn one. On ball loss. Okay, so I'm sure there's some logic somewhere. So that's fine if it gets destroyed. That's just making sure there's always one to pick up. Pretty sure there's some logic. It must be on the board itself, but it's not moved that amount of time. Yeah, here we go. So last position. So while true, basically this loop here is just checking for how far it's moved. If it hasn't moved within a certain threshold, then so what does that do there? Okay, destroys the ball or on ball loss. Yes. Yeah, okay, it destroys it and then spawns on it. So I guess there's a few ways I could do this. Could be that if the ball hasn't moved for a certain time, just give it to pick up with a player, and just a player at random. We pick a random number between 1 and the length of the array. That will give us one of the from that array at random. Now there has to be someone who's alive. Okay. Live players. Guess that's determined from this. Add the player to the live players, so by this point we can pick one of those players at random. I think this will work. We just call pickup with player to give to, so we're essentially going to give the player this. Player in. Yeah, I feel like we're getting there. I feel like the logic's sort of making sense, and hopefully it's a good sort of showcase of how easy it is to sort of just get in and really start to just change the way a game can feel, kind of just by twisting game rules and adding a few packages. And it's not a huge amount of code I'm doing. I mean, it might look sort of complicated, but hopefully, you know, you can see it's fairly straightforward, fairly minimal. Obviously, you know, remixing doesn't have to all be about game logic. It could be, as I said at the start, it could just be changing the way it looks, it could be adding a sort of aesthetic to it. And a lot of the time for game logic stuff, you can use packages. A lot of the packages just in Crayta are really well put together that you could just plug and play a lot of different. Wait for this to load in. Let's have a little look at our play hot potato script. So on explode, set to false. Do some really launching in the player as well. So if you're going to launch the player, I think what your best bet is to launch them and then wait a frame before you set them to dead. If you launch and set to dead straight away, you quite often find that you won't see the launch. So if you can kind of launch, might even be longer than a frame that you need, just to sort of separate the two things. Like 1,000 up, he just launch you up and kill you. Okay, if anyone is looking for multiplayer testing, you know, good recommendation is grab yourself a Stadia controller. You know, get a Stadia player up, get an EGS player up, both free on both platforms. You know, and the good thing with Stadia is it can be played on any device, on your phone, on your old laptop. Obviously, power of cloud gaming is really powerful. So yeah, highly recommend if you are looking to do some multiplayer testing. Stadia's a great shout. Okay, so on explode, we should see the player launching there a little bit before they die. One thing I might just do here, add a delay, end game delay, so we sort of want to not just instantly end the game as we've picked up that there's only one player left. So let's just back. Already there, aren't I? So can have a 3-second delay just before we end. This stops the game from ending so abruptly. Right, let's have a look. If oh, there it is. Okay, my second player's here. Got my two characters. Let's see how well it holds up with two. He spawned outside. Need to look at these spawns. Oh, and of course we both spawned in. Okay, I'll tell you what. For the sake of keeping it easier for now, I'm going to move these out. We'll have a look at cleaning that up, hopefully. Is the ball an inventory item? No, so the ball doesn't, because this obviously in the social space didn't really have an inventory, so we've sort of written our own logic around how how it sort of attaches to you and detaches from you, so it is sort of completely separate to the inventory. Ooh, cool. Okay, so there's some issue there with a live play account. But we saw there the ball basically just attached to my hand, and that was because no one had picked it up for a certain amount of time. Let's remove the lobby. Always do that for. Why did the game end? Because the live count should have been 2. Theory. That, let's also check. Obviously, to check, a live count was 0. Oh, spawn together. Okay, so this time I'm assuming I'm going to get the same thing where it says a live count is 0. Yes. Okay. That. Oh wait, yeah, it's because what is player? Probably because yeah, probably because players isn't it? Okay. Let's actually get the player and check. That should fix that hopefully. Looks like I wasn't seeing a launch. Let's wait half a second. That makes a difference. What else might we fix? Let's go with that. Let's see if that works. Okay, cool. Yes, we saw the launch first. Live count was 2. It's because of the half a second delay. I've added a delay, which means the game doesn't know I've died. Oh, feels a bit gross, but I could change this to be, if the live count is, no, it has to be 1. How much do I really want to throw the player in there? Maybe I'll remove the launch because I feel like that's just going to make more of a headache than it's worth. Okay, so we set alive straight away, hopefully. Like fast enough that at least this will come back. Let's just test that. It might be that... Yeah. Might be a race condition here. I'm also thinking I probably need to stop you from being able to throw it straight away. Like it might be that you have to hold it for a second or 2 before you can throw it. Okay, now that worked better. Okay. So time these much faster. We don't really ever want the ball to be like rolling around too much, so we said 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds. The thrown script. Where does it pick up the click? Find out. Like, where does it pick up? Right, because that's probably what it needs to have. Sort of cooldown things. That'd be the held one. One button press. Here we go. So, attach to player gets called. Delay default 3, so let's say you can't throw it for 3 seconds after you pick it up. Throw delay, let me say through. So it's just a classic little kind of switch with flipping. Start the throw delay here once we've attached it to the player. On button press, if button is that. And self.property. Throw. Now, what's the plan if they throw a miss? Does it return to them? No. So if they, I guess if they throw and miss, yeah, maybe that would be a good way to do it. What I'm doing now kind of gets around that, in that if you throw and miss, once the ball's not moved for a few seconds, maybe I need to like, maybe if the ball hasn't moved for a second, it was just going to randomly go to someone. But then is it just a game about how quickly you can throw the ball after your timer, rather than having to be accurate and hit some dodge? I'm trying to think that the detection of whether you maybe that'd be straightforward enough actually, because let's see, so I think I've got everything I needed. Just store the last throw on the ball itself. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if the thrown ball knows who threw it, it can just go back to that person rather than random. That way, the game is about hiding from the person who's trying to get rid of it. Yeah, okay, maybe that's a good one. So only show the prompt if they throw it. So the thrown ball Yeah, so this is where just thrown player. Brilliant thing. Okay, but that's been cleared straight away. And I'll pick up whether the player just. Okay, so that's just stop it from you catching it the second you throw it. That's fine. We'll go. But that's good because we've already got the logic in here. Awesome. Thrown by a player. Okay, so then we call pick up player that threw it. Where does this go? Okay, that gets called as you throw it. I call, yeah, okay. So we give. I think so. We throw this ball. This ball rattles around the environment because it missed someone. It knows who threw it, so we call pick up, which comes back round, attaches to that player, held. Okay, yeah, that keeps the loop going. Yeah, I think I've got the same logic there as you described in dry coast, and that seems to be the way to do it. We don't have to worry about clearing this property down because actually once we call this function, we come up to here and essentially go through spawn and destroy this. So that's fine. That resets nicely. Okay, so ball thrown. Threshold check. So I think if it's not moved for a second, it's either missed, not moved for a second, or hit someone. Let's just hit play and see. How well that works. Reset. It's not resetting because nobody has picked it up yet. So this is where my random alive player stuff is actually still valid. Valid and deletable now. Because if no one's picked it up, no one actually threw it in the first place, then we need to find someone to give it to. This is what I really like about game development. You know, it's sort of a constant problem that you always having to solve. So if we have that, otherwise reset to last thrown, otherwise to random. Okay, hopefully that works. See. Hey, look at that. So, I couldn't throw it then. I think I've broken the throwing. I need to give points. What I'll probably do is give everybody who's still alive, give them a point. So in theory, the last player standing gets the most points. Therefore, then they win. Reset to random. Hey, the other player got it. And then exploded. Nice. Okay, get in there. We are getting there. But what else might want to do? I always do this. I preview. I describe exactly what I need to do, and then it just my mind. Let's do the point. That will help clean up the end logic. We're already checking alive players, but if they're alive, let me also score. Add score on the. Okay, so we can say. Right, we're already on this user, aren't we? So user center scripts. Add score 1. Okay, so we're just going to add 1 point to this user because we've just found out they're alive. That's fine. But they've survived that round essentially. What? Oh, the throwing was broken, that's the thing. Self dot properties can throw. Did I ever set that to true? Yes. I only set that to true once you thrown it, so actually that needs to happen. Wait, no. That doesn't make sense. So attach to player happens, start the throw delay, then after the throw delay, 3 seconds, then be able to throw it. See if we ever hit that. Can now throw. Okay, so I got the can now throw, but it's not left me. And that's because I'm not really sure why that's letting me go. Go on the primary throw. Go on. Got a capital. I just noticed I've got a campo that auto. Capital, is that my problem? Ah, no. Ah. But I cracked it. Let's try that. Anthro's nil? Is it? Boolen. That's why. One of those annoying ones that doesn't break the script, but it's just such a stealth thing. Okay, so misspelling Boolean. Problem. Can't throw. Can throw. That's fine, that's got it away from me, but then back to me. It's that player. The player explodes. Nice. And I won 2-1 because we both survived one round, I guess. I need to tell the player when that cooldown is active. Nice. Okay, cool. There's quite a few bits of polish that can be added to this, like, you know, some sort of alert when you earn the point. I guess we have notification. They're installed already. Okay, so let's. Shout +1, get a point. That appears. Felt. I guess some sort of warning when you can't throw. I had a problem as well a minute ago where I was mashing the button and you're sort of doing several reactions. So maybe if I try setting campo to false straight away, then that will stop that. Okay, so I can't throw. Now I'm going to get rid of that because that's going to confuse this bit of logic. I can't throw, so the only thing I can tell the user actually. Get the user center scripts out. Our message. gone through yet. So that will just appear. That'll appear on there. Out like that. Cool. Got the +1s, got the pros. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so by having it on the holding player, that guarantees it'll only send it if you're actually holding the ball. Because obviously this function gets called on the player, so on the ball. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That will make sense. Okay, let's have a look at what's going on with these spawns. So I do want you to spawn. I want you to spawn designer. Perhaps what I could do actually, rather than having it as separate like lobby, if I can just stop the ball from spawning when it's not in round, rather than on in it, we can do start game. Schedule, and then we'll do an end game. Okay, so on round start, we're going to start that game. Probably on results start is when we actually kill the logic, because the player could still be holding the ball at the end of the round. That might just be enough to do it actually. Then what we can do is have a series of spawns that sort of circle around the middle. Okay, so there's a bunch of spawns. So yeah, we don't actually have a concept of lobbying. Let's see how well this works. And then what I'll probably do is I might add a little bit more flair to the explosion. I want to get kind of the remaining players to show differently. Thing at the top. Oh, that seems. Oh, I guess if you stand still and I think ball. Oh no, it's only the throwing ball that checks that schedule. Yeah, why did I die so fast then? It's because it's taking time to spawn. I can't then throw it before the before the start of the round. Okay. It's because of that 5 second. Which I can get rid of actually. Because I've got a guaranteed delay. I've got the lobby in. So that's fine. So yeah, let's have a look at this user list. I think it was on the user or the player list. We can see that sort of. What I want to try and do is basically a bit like the scoreboard does, is sort of grey out when players have died. Too clearly, but let's just see if I probably just icon, not a different icon, but a different colour. So player name. I'll just do like a class called Dead. Colour as red. So for example, player name. Dead. Oh, it's because I've spelt it. I've spelt it the proper way. There we go. Okay. So now we can basically add in a little bit of a data bind here. So data bind class toggle. Okay, so we want to add the class dead. Player dot is dead. Okay, and then is dead is something to add. Okay, so we can just about see that. It's really tiny, so I can't make it any bigger, really. But Namaki's gone red, Adam has stayed white, and that's driven by this. So now it's a case of going into the script for updating. So what have we got? Is dead is equal to okay. Okay, I think it's fairly safe to assume we've got a play because I'm not despawning any players. If that trick. Oh, yeah, I've got my logic backwards there. I'm saying we're alive. We should see my name go white. Oh. Cool. Okay, well that was nice easy. Oh, there, that should flip that. Cool. Okay, there we go. So we've got players both white. I go red at the top. Brown. Good. Basically good for that player. Cool. I think we're getting there. I think we're almost ready to give this a little publish. Yeah. See how it plays. Let's see about what else I want to do. I want to adjust some of the timings for things, don't I, really? Game, let's do a 10-second lobby. I need these two people to play. Delay, okay. Ball should spawn much quicker. Let's make the frequency a bit higher. I think that would help as well. So maybe 20 seconds. wonder if a timer, maybe that's something I could add, but a timer to say when the next one's going to be. I think that would help. What I do want to do is add a bit more of an interesting effect when the player is exploded. Large explosion that will play on the player's body. Okay. There's an antique ticking clock. There's an antique ticking clock. Yeah, maybe it could be sound based rather than put too much of a too much going on in terms of UI and stuff. Oh, I just realised why I'm getting that can't throw yet alert. It's because I'm because it's checking. Like if I press the wrong button, it's also doing it. Ah, nice. Okay, yeah, that's a big enough explosion. That works for me. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so here it's because if this is wrong, I'm getting a can't throw message. So let me just bit gross programming, but I can just check again here. So if either of these things fail, come down here and then check specifically if it was this that failed, send the message. That's good. Yeah, maybe we need to change some of the music a bit. Music playing, I wonder where it is. World tree. I'll leave that for now. Okay, so we've got the bomb. The bomb works. Got the points. Points work. Bit of a leaderboard, scoreboard type thing. Guess what we could probably do before we publish is add. Oh yeah, this is always a good thing to do when you are doing a remix, is to make sure you take a pass through the help and the challenges, leaderboard stuff, and just make sure it all makes sense still. So there's a lot of things here that don't make sense, like kick leaderboards, throw leaderboards. Any of these leaderboards don't make any sense. I'm going to keep the loading screen image. I had some more for that. So challenges. Catch 5 times. Still works, even though they don't really want to catch it. It's an interesting way to force you to play the game. Interactive toys, yeah, play record, catch ball, the event. Let's get rid of that. Max players. I think I've put 10 spawns, but I don't see why. Yeah, 12 should be fine for this as well. Do I want to add some challenges? Yes, I could add things like round 1, like that. That should be fairly straightforward because I have Or I could have like survive X amount of rounds. That'd be quite a good challenge. Like survive 10 rounds. Fish. And then I can have an activity for that as well. That would just go in hot potato game script. So here, basically, I'm picking up when people have arrived. So it's just a case of sending this XP event. Can we just stay in chat and watch Rust streamers work every day? I mean, maybe. A lot of what I do during the day is a lot more boring than this. I promise you that is spreadsheet. You know, it's not always this exciting. So, yeah, maybe not all the time, but hey, maybe there's space to have more stuff streamed. Also, a lot of the stuff I do get to do is, you know, for future up and coming, super exciting releases. So, yeah, kind of would spoil it a little bit if everyone got to see what we're doing, you know, things like trailers and stuff. So, okay, let's see if that works for the challenges, and then if it does, I think I'm probably ready to publish this and we'll do a quick game, see how it plays. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm sure everyone would be more than okay with me, like, you know, giving away all the top secret stuff that we do. Oh, can't throw it. Oh, okay, that's. Survived the round. Okay, that's good. I got the ball back. I'm still getting the can't throw yet when I'm pressing other button, I think. Oh, okay, yeah, of course, because that could fail if I press D and I can't. Like, I need to check if you can throw and button equal. So only if they specifically press throw button. Okay, I've just put the exact same. I've just put the exact same if statement in that. Oh no, that's checking through else. Okay, no, I think that makes sense. It looks a bit weird, but I think that makes sense. Spoilers for everyone. Maybe a television channel takes the idea and creates a Big Brother Game Dev edition. It'd be like some sort of like mega streamed game jam type thing. Okay, cool. I got the can't throw yet only when I clicked. That's what I wanted. Now I can throw over. That should come back to me when it stops rolling. Can't throw yet. Oh, okay, that was harsh, but okay, I guess that's part of the game, right? I managed to get rid of that just in time to explode someone else. Okay, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to be a fun game. One thing I just spotted was that it catch the ball, catch the football. That's fine. Catch the secret football could just be catch the football. It's not so much of a secret ball, is it? Okay, cool. What does the help say? Title. Gridiron hot potato. Hot potato edition. Time to play a fun game of hot potato. Don't be the one holding the ball when the timer expires. Otherwise, we'll go boom. Last player standing wins. Okay. Okay, cool. Just checking it hadn't been translated into the languages, but that's fine. Looks like that. No leaderboards. Okay, cool. Let's just publish. Let's see how well it works. So I'm going to call it Gridiron Hot Potato Edition. I feel like that's a bit cooler sounding. Game of hot potato. Loading ball. Last player standing. Of Gridiron. Okay, that's that. Kind of better image. Don't have there. Maybe that's something I'll have to come back and do. I'll keep it as a default one. It's an action, elimination, fast pace. EVP. Or I'll do. Okay, that's been published now. 200% spoiler reveals show. Yeah, I feel like that's what the streams are anyway. Like, not spoiler, obviously, but we do reveals on the stream occasionally. But yeah, the stuff that's coming up is very cool. I mean, that's about as much as I can say. But yeah, definitely be getting excited for what is to come. Okay, well, that's there. If people are available and wanted to jump into the game, then feel free. You should see down updated Gridiron Hot Potato Edition. I'm going to share the what's it in a minute. I'll share a code into chat for anyone who wants to play from the US. Obviously, you'd need that to get across. This we'll just play a couple of rounds and then we'll probably sign off for the day. But hopefully, that's been a pretty good, as I say, pretty good indication of how quickly you can sort of hack gameplay into remixable games. Good, it's got its lobby going. Oh, we're waiting. Great shelling. Okay, so there's a link in chat if anybody did want to jump in for a couple of goes. If not, I'll just a little play with my second character. Interesting to see what happens if people did join mid-round, actually. Hey, it's laying so as well. Cool. Can't throw yet. That ball. I guess there's a tactic of like trying to hold on to the ball as long as you can. To sort of like you know, grind down the clock a little bit. Oh, good jump. Ah. Okay, yeah, that's great. That's fun. Ooh, what happens now? You died with it. Ooh, if I've broken it. So you're... Oh, I see. I think what's happened is you died with it. The ball is still valid. Oh no. Okay, let's get a quick fix on that. So I think what's happening is because your play is still there, the ball is still valid. So when you die, what I'll probably need to do, mid-round spawns as a camera in the grass. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's not good. I think I know why that will be. I think I need to set spawn on. Oh, so it looks like the game fixed itself. Is that because playing quit and re... Okay, so quick fix. Let's go and use a spawn on login. I think that will stop you from spawning in the floor. And the other thing was the ball. So yeah, because the spawner script, is checking if it's in the world, but it's not checking if it, like it is in the world, it was just attached to a dead player. So we need the held ball to check. Yeah, we need the held ball to check if who is holding it is actually alive. Holding player is set and attached. Okay, so the little schedule here. I'm gonna check. If holding player ball, then I need to spawn a new ball. Yeah, it's leveled up. Uh, on ball lost. We'll try this. If this doesn't work, I'll probably take it offline and fix this up anyway. But I think if I pass myself to the spawner, which I can set. That's going to come to here. So once the player who's holding it has come up as not alive, you then destroy the ball they were holding and spawn a new one. Yes. Okay, let's be brave. Let's just publish. Oh, I died. Everyone's standing around my body. Okay. What we're going to do is we'll go back to the hub. And then that should force us into a new instance game. There's a new one to be played. So I'll share a new code. We'll try this. If it's still broken, then perhaps we'll call it a day there anyway. And I'll have a look at cleaning it up with the proper image and stuff. Well, I think it's got potential. I think it's got some fun things. Okay, I'm going to test quickly with just my two characters in here, unless other people. The ball spawned. Oh yeah, went to that player. That's good. So if this player dies, 1 second. Okay, that's good. That worked. Round looks like it's going to start. So at least 2 players works because we've got down to 1 player left. So yeah, if anyone is watching and did want to quickly try again, great. Internet is trash right now. That's a shame. That's no problem. Don't worry too much. Can't join in, but let's get one more code out. If anyone is available to test that 3rd player and to test that mid-round spawn as well. Hopefully that's sorted. Dryco. So hopefully Dryco, you've not spawned in the floor. Hey, looks like you're here. Good. And instantly killed. Okay, so what happens to the ball? Oh, it looks fixed. And what I wanted it to. I guess the other option would be to destroy the player, and that would destroy it, but then you end up with the spectate logic being more. Oh, we were so close. Oh no, look, there's loads of people here and the game's broken. Okay. Alright, well I think we'll probably have to leave it there. I think there's a few ways I can fix this, but it's probably going to take more time than I have time for right now. I should work, because the player holding it has died, and therefore should reset the... we can all just stand around. Dryco's managed to join and was instantly killed. But yeah, thanks for your effort. Thanks for joining in. I think that was that was good fun. Cool. I think there's definitely some legs in this being quite a fun little game. But it's going to take a little bit more work to get that polished up. I see. Look, as soon as he despawned it, it appeared, and I think, well, yeah, I got the ball. Okay. instantly killed Slaying with it. So yeah, it seems like destroying the player is going to be the trick. But then it will be like, I'd like get him spectate instead. That'd be the way. But yeah, we'll save that for another day. So we are running out of time for this evening. So as always, thank you everybody for joining in. It's been a really good fun stream. It's been quiet again, but I don't mind that. Hopefully it's been enjoyable for those people watching, and people seem to be quite enjoying watching a bit of dev, so maybe it becomes a thing we do obviously more often. But yeah, let us know in the comments and chat what you'd like to see going forward with the Tuesday streams. There's a lot of potential. I'm quite happy to do tutorialize things, quite happy to do just sort of game dev things, mucking around like this. I'm happy to do masterclass stuff. There's very specific deep dive things people want to learn more about, like server client local relationships, or how to do bits of UI, or generally approaches to kind of game design and stuff. I'm more than happy to do all that stuff. So yeah, do let us know in the chat, or if you want to go over to Discord, discord.gg/Crayta. Jump in there and let us know what you'd like to see on the Tuesday dev streams. Yeah, again, big thank you to everybody for joining in. Go and remix Gridiron yourself. It's available, it's there, it's good fun, it's a good way to practice learning game design and not having to kind of construct everything from scratch, getting a good jumping off point and playing with it. Super easy. If you were here, if you haven't been here from the start, go back to the start of this stream, and it shows quite quickly how easily it is to just get Gridiron to be a blank slate to kind of play with mechanic wise. So again, thank you for everybody for joining in, and we will see you next week.
Hello everyone, welcome to 2022 I guess. Happy New Year everyone. It feels so good to finally be back streaming. It feels like it's been forever. No, I'm not going that way. I'm not doing it. Don't. No, I'm just gonna die if I try and attempt it. Do you know what? For the good of the stream. For the good of the stream. Lilo 30, 80, I'll take that. Ow, I knocked myself over.
He's over. Oh, I nearly got trapped in the door.
Oh, no. I got an inflatable banana.
Wait, where's my pineapple?
Wait, where's my inflatable? I was like, where's my inflatable banana? Come into my room.
Your inflatable banana?
Yeah, look.
Where is it? Oh, yeah. I found it.
Because that's where everyone puts their inflatable.
Ah.
No,
the laser wires. Always with the laser wires.
Always with the laser wires. Wisers?
Wisers.
It's one of the, this bit. This bit drove me absolutely insane. I was going to do it, but then I've got the...
Oh, I nearly made it.
God, yes. Yes! No! I pressed shift and it didn't... PK, Victorious, and Meridia. Oh, a winning team if ever I saw one. It definitely has that kind of neon-y feeling, doesn't it? Oh! Oh! That was unfair. Right, that's it. No, that was so... no,
Yes. Oh, no.
Blues,
I don't,
come on!
I don't believe that.
Blues. Come on, Blues. Yes!
Oh.
4-4. 4-4, we can do it. Yes! 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 Come on, go, go! I think it's gonna go in, yet. No! Thank you, valiant people who broke all the ones in the past. Yes! Oh no, come on! Yes! Yes, I win! Yeah!